Are we slowly sliding down to World War III? First is the carnage going on since last year in Ukraine. Now is the bloodbath between Israel and Palestine. What actually is going on? First, welcome to my show, Let's Talk It Out with Mike Elizo. I am your host, Mike Elizo. Now, please, if you have not subscribed, do me a great favor to hit the subscribe button and click that notification bell so that you get to join me either through your comments or maybe direct message. When the war was about to start last year between Ukraine and Russia, or when, to be direct, when Russia was about invading Ukraine last year, there was ample opportunities to go for negotiation of peace. But what happened? The whole world chose sides. I'm not here to say what is wrong or what is right about choosing sides. The entire people in the West chose the side of Ukraine. Not the side of the people of the Ukraine, but the side of Ukraine. And Russia have few countries that chose their side. But the problem is, who are the people dying? Whether it was the Russian soldiers or the Ukrainian soldiers, people are dying. There was a lot of opportunity to go for peace negotiation, but the leaders of the West decided to choose to side with one side against the other. What started with just noise making has since remained a constant menace on the people of Ukraine, many of which have scattered all over the world. What America said was, with this, they will cripple the economy of Russia. What is the economy of Russia compared to the human life? One single human life is worth the entire economy of any country. But those who are leading us don't think of it from that perspective. It's about the show of power. Almost the majority of Ukrainians are running to all over the world for shelter, for protection, to avoid being killed. Every now and then, Ukraine will launch one attack into Russia, and it does maybe little or no damage at all. But even if it succeeds in annihilating a population, to what end? The question is, was every diplomatic avenue to broker peace followed? Was every window of opportunity to ask for peace used? And the answer is no. What did the media do since then? There has been absolute censorship of what comes out to the people. It has become a spin battleground, whereby the media, and when I say the media, I mean both the mainstream media, the government-controlled media, and the big tech, they made sure that the true picture of the death toll in both countries is not known. You hear from one side that Russia's soldiers are wiped out, and you hear from the other side that up to 400,000 of Ukrainian soldiers are dead. Who is talking about the infrastructure? And when we talk about the infrastructure, it looks like just empty houses. No, it's not empty houses. It's people's homes. Places people called home. For a month, for a year, for decades, completely destroyed. Because those who are our leaders are hungry with power to protect their ego. It wouldn't have come to this point if every avenue of peace, if every avenue of diplomacy was taken. It wouldn't have come this far. And one funny thing is that this is just a battle of policy. A change of policy from both sides would have seen us not heading for this massive debt that we have been encountering since February last year. A change of policy, either from Russia, who are defiant, or from Ukraine, who are obedient to the master. Change of policy, or at least a little compromise on policy, would have saved the massive debt we are seeing in Ukraine. I don't care who started this war, but I care that the people who are dying would have chosen a different path if they were given the opportunity. I care that even the soldiers in the front would have chosen not to go to war, both from Russia and from Ukraine, save for their leaders. Putin, who everyone hates for their own reason, and Zelensky, who thinks that the corridor of power is a comedy platform, podium. It is not going to benefit anyone if this war continues to go on. When we are battling with this carnage, another one strike. The barbaric killing of human beings by the Hamas organization. They know what they are fighting for. But I don't think what they are fighting for is the killing of men, women, children, unarmed individuals who are supposed to be their neighbors. But what is unique about it? The same thing that happened in the Ukrainian war with Russia happened there. Sides were chosen. Some people still chose their side because that is what we are, social animals. It doesn't matter where our senses start. Some people still chose the side of these people killing men, women, children, anyone that stays on their way. Why do you have to choose sides? Why can't we just shut this down? Why can't we choose the way of peace? No amount of tanks on the road, no amount of killing can restore balance there. Whereas the battle in the war in Ukraine is the war of policy. The war in Palestine and in Israel is war of ideology. The worst of it. For you to stop that war, there had to be a complete wipeout of that ideology. That is why nobody should have chosen sides in the first place. You stand and condemn the evil. Stop it. I am here. Maybe I can't believe that the entire intelligence of the world didn't witness what was going on before it happened. The whole US intelligence, the Mossad, and all the intelligence of the Middle East, and of the Five Eyes, we are blindsided. Who will believe that? But at this point, it doesn't really matter. The first instinct is to strike back on those who strike us, who first struck us. Who first struck us, sorry. But an eye for an eye keeps everyone blind. I know that the first instinct of the Jews, the Israelites, is to fight and erase everything called Hamas. It is easy. They think so. But along the line, what about the collateral damage? What about those who didn't plan for this? They already killed. They already murdered. They already desecrated. And those who are about to be killed, who would have chosen to be for peace, but didn't have the opportunity. It is easy to stay here and say they supported Hamas. But remember, support is a product of choice, a product of conscious choice. Did they really have the conscious ability to choose? Or some of them deceived to choose? Or some forced to choose? On the side of Israel, I can understand. Nobody will witness what they witnessed and go to bed and sleep. As I said, I'm not on this channel to choose sides. The side I choose now is the side of the dying. The side of those men and women, children who are being slaughtered like goats on the road. The side of those people whose body, after even being killed, are desecrated and thrown to the dogs. Those are the sides I'm choosing. When you listen to the world leaders, those from the West are sounding different tone. Those who are the neighbors of the Palestinians and Israel have different tone. Why? Because choosing sides will not do anyone any good. Unless all of us come together and condemn what happened and find a way to root it out now. This is just the beginning. It is gradually snowballing into regional war. America, who took the mantleship of watchdog of the world, have completely deteriorated into side takers. Yeah, you have allies. Those who didn't fall into the confines of your allies, what are they? Are they your enemies? Or what? Your citizens are kidnapped. But I'm sure it's not only US citizens that are kidnapped. If there is a way to fight for peace, it is now. What these guys who are killing sporadically did is evil. And any person who cannot condemn it is evil. They should be stopped. Anyhow. But not to the detriment of the innocent. And it's obvious their style. They use their own people as shields. Anyone who uses their person, their child, their family as a shield is evil. But when evil begets evil, it's total cataclysm. And we are nearing total cataclysm. You might ask, what happened to the war in Ukraine? It is still there. But this is a fresh one. And I remember just 3 years ago, there was nothing like this. Gradually, our silence and complicity, especially our taking sides when we should negotiate for peace, led to this. We can deny it the much we want. We can feign ignorant the much we want. It doesn't work. The moment we chose sides, you have to choose sides with the good. With the good, when there was an opportunity to negotiate for peace and make everyone good, you chose a side. Destroy the place and help rebuild it, make your money. Becomes a battleground of who is who. Twice or more than twice, there have been very nearness to peace in Ukraine. Where did it end? Whether one head of state will come and it blows up. If there was peace there, it would have been easier. Probably the intelligence of these countries put their eyes off the ball. What is going on in Israel is not going to stop that easily. As we all know, the fighters are underground. When they are not underground, they are using the innocent as their shield. Are you going to wipe everyone out? No, you can't do that. Because if you wipe everyone out, you are not better than the people you are fighting. My eyes bleed for the Israelis. It's not good to stay home and you are attacked in your own home. But even though it is morally permissible to strike back, don't forget that an eye for an eye used to be your system in the Old Testament. We live in a new era. Even though it is permissible to strike back, please, mellow it down. Content those who did this, and do not let the innocent suffer for the sin of the guilt, the guilty ones. And the world, if we can use this as a turning point, a point of return from our strayed mind of we choose sides, our strayed intellect of these people are allies, these people are our enemies. And for those who try death for one country and death for another country, if we cannot use this to strike a balance, and for those who take every opportunity they see, those who will not let any opportunity, any crisis go to waste, those who will exploit every opportunity as a marketplace for them to sell their wares, if we cannot use this to stop it right now, we are heading for a war that none of us will likely survive. Before you leave, thank you very much for listening. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you have not done so. If you like what I said, if you want to hear more of it, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thank you very much and have a nice weekend.